Alright, so today we're at work, and now I can show you, maybe talk to you guys about this other setup, because last time I wasn't able to since the bike wasn't working. So this is Chris Fenners, the guy who made our intro. Here at CoralWorks, we're doing this case swap using the Toge factory mounts, and he's doing an ITB setup, as you can see, using the GSR ITBs. We're also using track tough stuff. So like they sell this little kit to be able to make like this, which this is gonna be a vacuum block. It's gonna sit right here. The map sensor is gonna go right there. This other side of the line is gonna go right here, and that's where we're gonna see vacuum for this engine, since it's ITB. We also bought this Trax Tough what's it called, throw pot. And this is the setup that I kind of made for it. Made this little bracket, and then we got the line going down here. It's a -16. I think you guys can see it right there at the end. -16 strolls into the pot. It strolls and comes out from there. Into this coil radiator, which I cut filler neck off, since we have this -6 bung tube. So then from that -6 bung could feed some relatively colder water, and I guess this is colder water since it's kind of been gone through the radiator, plus it's the high bubbles or anything like that, and go into the store pot. So from there it's going to go a line this way and go into this line right here, the store pot. Same thing. I ordered this. I already have one of these. I'm gonna do this pretty much. I got lucky and I was able to play with one, design one, and then, you know, come up with a plan. And this is honestly, I think, the best idea. And I'm gonna replicate this more than likely in my car. I might do it a little bit different, because I might make this a little bit closer. I'm not fully sure what I'm gonna do yet, since I am intercooled. But yeah, so it looks cool. Right here, I can kind of gives me an idea where I need to set the engine, plus be able to see how much room I have for a manifold. So yeah, I get lucky that I'm able to play with this while I do my own car. So again, I get to like play, figure out what works, doesn't, how to run the coolant lines and stuff like that. And someone else already spent the money on trying parts or buying things, so then I already knew exactly what to get. So shout out to Chris. You've been a huge motivation, a huge help. So now we're gonna go back to what we're doing today. Today we're going back to trying to modify my oil pan. So as you can see here, I kind of measure the squared out kind of where I think it should go. This is pretty much all of the area where the steering rack goes. I might bring this in about maybe another inch and a half right here, and just start tapering it off a little bit better. So I might just go ahead and just cut this, and this, and then figure out what to do from there, because I might be able to leave some of the stuff under here, or I'm gonna see what I'm gonna have to modify. But that's the goal for right now. Alright, well, you guys saw, cut that sucker out. It was hot. Now we have this huge hole, but the way it sits like that, I believe it sits about this little angle, as you can see right there. It gives us a lot of clearance, but at the same time it looks like I could technically go up a little bit more. I am going to double check in the Toge factory one, because technically theirs is designed for it to work. So how much room there will be there, how much I'll make. I did make extra room because we noticed that in there you couldn't push the steering rack forward, and my steering rack is forward, so I try to make this as wide as possible just so it would clear. But right there seems perfect because we still have one pretty much pickup right here in the back, which will be this one, and I can try to transfer this one right here in the front to hopefully over here, or wait, more than likely I'm going to try to get this one and go right here with it. I think I might like get a different one, but try to do the same thing essentially, you know. So I think this might do it for now. I'm just gonna probably call it a day. I might hit it with this little flat real quick just to clean up the edges, but technically I'm just gonna leave it, and I need to take it, put it on my car, try to fit the engine around with that. If that right there does the trick, like, you know, that clears enough and it does everything that I needed to do, then I'm just gonna make motor mounts, get the mounts done, or at least what do I call it, like mocked up, because I think I might have to bring it here to be able to actually do them right, just so I have like this little fab area to be able to do it. I obviously have my mini fab area at home, but we'll see what's easier. Just feel like I have more stuff here, but if I, you know, like, so here it is all cut up. I got a couple bolts in here, as you can see, not all of them, but now I can throw it in here and see how it's gonna fit around my steering rack. I should actually try to cut this thing and try to give myself a little more room, but one step closer. So we got the pan in, or the engine with the pan. You can kind of see the little bit of room that we don't have, but it honestly sits pretty low. And if I can sit it this low without having to lower the subframe, that means my steering shaft doesn't have to change, which is really good. If I lower any, I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to remake my steering shaft, and that's gonna be another project, and I don't want to do that. But the next thing I'm gonna do is try to find this. So we need to get that at least to 12. So we gotta try to raise it and move it around to see how we can do that. All right, so as you can see right there, I'm just trying to level it out as much as I can vertically. I think it might need to come a little bit this way, just a tiny bit, or maybe not. It just kind of depends where the transmission sits, but it kind of does look like it sits maybe where I need it to be. But that looks pretty center. And it obviously looks pretty low too. The only thing that I would be so sick right now if it could stay exactly where it's at, maybe go back a little tiny bit, and me not have to get shims and the hood closed. That would be amazing. So I might try to see if I can put the valve cover back on and try to close the hood and see where that works. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Phil. Alright, so this is kind of one of the best things that we can see right now is my hood going beyond the closing point, which means it's touching some, but not enough to effing matter for us to be able to need anything else. So I'm going to make mounts. If it's a little bit taller than this, that's fine. I'll get little risers for the back, not a big deal. The front doesn't even extrude my... I thought I was gonna have to cut a huge thing in here, but I won't, so it's awesome. I mean, I don't know, guys. K-swap. So that's gonna be it for everything, guys. After this probably video, I got me cutting that pan and me riding some bikes. I'm just gonna make that a video for you guys of this week. And technically you can see here, I also just realized this is probably as furthest back I'm gonna be able to go with this, because the dry sump pump is actually hidden back right here where the adjustment knob is. So technically I could maybe notch a little hole into my subframe to be able to make that a bit better, which is probably what I'm gonna do, just to make sure that's fine. But next thing is just trying to figure out some mounts. Technically it shouldn't be too hard to make the mounts, because it should just be like that. I'm gonna use these excessive things, and then just from here to that. So I mean, if I could just get an angle, I can just do that. Maybe I can go like across and then like that, and like do a little weird box. Let's see if the stuff that we had earlier will still work. So we had something going on like this. So yeah, it should still work the same way I had it going on. So as you can see right there, I'm trying to start figuring out how to make some mounts. And this is just a quick teaser. I'm gonna probably try to do that later on this week. It's late, I'm tired. I might try to play some video games and go to bed. But I'm kind of really excited that I won't have to make any more modifications to the height of the engine. It does seem like I might rub a little bit just because I will have to go up a tiny bit, but if I rub a little bit, I will just raise the rear of the hood some. I know that's kind of tacky and that doesn't do anything, but it's better than just cutting a huge hole into my hood. But also